Jason Followell. I guess your nemesis here, huh? Because y'all hate me when I come up here. All right, I'm going to talk about Chief Blanchard and Gary Edwards. So Chief Blanchard went to the Men's Warehouse and purchased a $1,200 personal fitted suit with our taxpayers' money. Did y'all know that? No. Now, of course not, because they're not going to let you know that, but I have the documents and I can show y'all. Okay, guys, so this is Eric Blanchard, Chief Lioness Eric Blanchard's expense support. This is stuff that we pay for, right? This is just from September, guys. And what I want to show you on this, so this is the Hyatt place. This is when they went on vacation on our dime, him and Stephanie Diaz, which, by the way, cost almost $4,000. But, you know, who cares? They weren't even on the agenda. There was nothing there for them to do regarding police business. But anyway, I can tell you about that another day. I want to talk about this. He bought a Red Bull at 1:45 in the afternoon. So this isn't for lunch. So we pay for Chief Blanchard's habits. This is on our dime. He goes to Corpus all the time and goes to the car wash at Quick Quack Car Wash because he's got a subscription for $35.99, even though our policy manual says to shop local, in which you got places like Cecil's Car Wash that could really use their money. But, you know, Chief Blanchard is not invested in our town. Never has been. He lives in Portland. But what really got me was what I was talking about a minute ago at the council meeting. The Men's Warehouse. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Chief Blanchard bought a suit. $1,247 we spent on his personal suit. We paid for that, guys, with our tax money. This is against the law, by the way, and I'll talk about it more in the council meeting. So in case y'all didn't know this, Texas Administrative Code Rule 5.57 makes him accountable. He's supposed to incorrect these discrepancies and apply the law. The law says, Penal Code 3902, abuse of official capacity. Misuse of government property is a Class A misdemeanor. Your boss committed a Class A misdemeanor. Will you arrest him? You can answer the question, and I can show you the documents. Will you do it?
I'm not answering the question.
There you go. Gary Edwards gave Chief Blanchard a $1,200 suit and approved it on his Amex. What does that mean Gary Edwards did? Well, Gary Edwards, Penal Code 3609, offering a gift to a perfect servant is a Class A misdemeanor. You broke the law. Will you arrest Gary Edwards? You're in Chief Blanchard's suit, so I got to go with you. Jones, will you uphold the law or not?
I don't know all the details.
I'll give them to you after this if you want to. Can you sit down with me?
Okay.
You got it. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Okay, guys. So Officer Jones did meet me outside. We did talk a little while. He's a good dude. Always been a good dude. McCarthy's one of the good dudes, too. Davila, a good dude, too. You know, Padron could be a good dude, too. The rest of them, I'm not too sure about, and you'll see some stuff that they do in a minute. But we did talk, did discuss things, and I get his political stance, and his hands are a little bit tied unless he wants to blow the whistle and really take down the police department, especially Chief Blanchard and Chief Kelly. But we do need some kind of man to do that, unless council will do it. But anyway, pay attention to this video. They do kick me out later on, and it gets pretty ugly, and they broke the law, so pay attention. These two, I'm talking about Gary Edwards and Blanchard, cannot claim ignorance. I have their papers right here where they signed the policy manual, particularly over the financial statements, so they know they did wrong. All right, guys, what you have here is the City of Aransas Pass Personnel Policy Acknowledgement Form. This goes over all our policies, including the financial policy. You can see right there, that is the short guy that thinks he's intelligent but really is a dumbass city manager that we have, that everybody in this council meeting said that they hate, dislike, he needs to be fired, he's not doing his job, and he's a thief, right? Here is Eric Blanchard's acknowledgement form, saying the same thing. This guy is also a thief. He stole $1,200 from us, and we're waiting on council to see if they're going to fire Gary Edwards and get rid of this guy. Here's the signature, but he cannot call out qualified immunity or that he's ignorant of the fact because he fully knows the policy manual. Citizens, if you stole $1,200, would you go to jail? That man would arrest you right now. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We citizens expect Gary Edwards to be fired immediately. Vicky Abrega, if you do not vote to fire Gary Edwards for his crimes, you will be replaced this year by either Randy or by Mr. Davila. Joe, shame on you, Joe. So far, you haven't did anything for us public people, not one damn thing. Here's your chance. Vote for him to be fired, and you get my back. Ram, I never had a problem with you, Ram. I don't care about all your dirty laundry and baby mamas you have that are 16 years old. Doesn't bother me a bit. But when it comes to defending us, you should be doing it. We expect you to fire this man. And I'm not talking 3 days from now, 10 days from now, immediately.
Gary Shrugs. If you stand with Chief Blanchard and Gary on this, I have a petition. I've already asked Mary for it. I recall your ass. And you can bet these citizens out here are going to sign it this year. You'll be gone, and we'll replace you with Randy or Mr. Davila.
So I basically threatened the council to fire Gary Edwards for stealing from us and signing over money to basically Chief Blanchard to steal from us. With that said, we can replace Vicky Borrego this year in the election, next year in the election, with Ruben Davila Sr., good dude, he's going to talk. And then if we recall Carrie Scruggs, which I'm picking up the petition to recall her this week, if she doesn't fire Gary Edwards in 48 hours, she's going to get petition to recall. And it's not a lot of signatures, by the way, guys. We can talk about that another day. With that said, we can replace her with Randy Hackins, good dude. He's a patriot. He is retired DEA. He gets up here and talks in a little while. He has the long hair. Listen to what he has to say. Very knowledgeable, good dude.
We are tired of it. And if y'all can't do your job, we can always call the sheriff, Oscar Rivera, San Patricio County's 361-364-9600. We can demand him to do his job too. He's also elected, so if he don't do his job, we can get his ass out of here too. Also, please keep that one on a leash. Every time he talks and bashes me on public Facebook or social media, everybody's IQ in the entire town goes down. He's a fucking moron. Moron.
No, wait a minute. We're not
I can say what I want to say, and you can shut your mouth. You can shut your mouth.
You continue cussing.
You can shut your mouth and let me finish my talking.
Your 3
minutes are
I don't care what you don't want.
You
work
speak
for us.
right. You just speak
You
right.
kiss my ass.
You're going to get you escorted out.
Kiss my ass.
Hey,
Go ahead and
get
escort
him
me out.
Get him
First
out of here.
Amendment right
Get him out of
violation.
here.
First
I'm not
Amendment
going to put
right
up with your foul mouth.
That is the first.
No, go. Go.
If you touch me, I'll touch you back. First Amendment right violation. You can't do that.
I'm not going to put up with any of that. Ain't nobody need to be cussing anybody out. That's ridiculous behavior.
Kaplinsky versus New Hampshire. So this one here, guys, is about First Amendment rights and what we can and cannot say to officials, right? And on here, the authority of its earlier decision, the state court declared that the statute's purpose was to preserve public peace. No words being forbidden except such as have a direct tendency to cause act of violence by the person whom individually the remark is addressed. I was not attacking anybody. I was not threatening anybody. I was simply calling city officials that are corrupt pieces of shit, in which they are thus pieces of shit.
Keep going. I'm not done. Let's talk about the agenda notice you have on the top of your page. That is against my First Amendment rights, and everybody's in here. She should know that. Shame on y'all. Whew. First Amendment rights. I can threaten your character, curse, attack, as long as I'm not threatening you or being obscene. You put on curse words. You can curse all day in this meeting if you want to. It's freedom. It's America. Your illegal agenda notice can kiss my ass.
Don't come over here. I'm out of there. You're asked to leave. You can leave. No, I was asked to leave there. I left. You can leave. This is public property. Public property. You're not kicking me out, dude. I'm going to stand right there and tell them where to go. Public property. That's cool. It is cool. You're just a piece of shit. You didn't talk, brother? I'm good. Nah, they just broke the law again. You can't kick me out for cussing. It's illegal. God, I can't wait to see all these pieces of shit. Y'all getting a new boss. That motherfucker's fired and stealing money like that. $1,200 suit. Would you go buy a $1,200 suit? I know you wouldn't. Would you?
I mean, I don't even know the backstory of anything.
He took an index and bought a $1,200 suit to go to Washington.
I don't do politics, man. I'm just.
You have to do politics, and they'll run you over. Your job is to protect the Constitution. That was a First Amendment right violation. You didn't protect it.
I'm distracted.
No, you can cuss all you want.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, buddy. 100% freedom of speech. Pardon me, sir. I'm sorry.
No. Thank you for letting me hear y'all.
Yes, sir. No, thank you. I'll come talk to you in a minute. Give me a second. Give me 5 minutes. I'll come talk to you. All right, sir. Yeah, First Amendment right violation, brother. You don't know the law? Okay, so what's my right? Fuck you, right? You just said. Do you not know the law?
Are there certain rules in here you have to go by whenever you're looking at something?
Nothing about cussing, buddy.
Nothing about cussing?
No,
No,
sir,
not a single one.
Cussing is a disorderly conduct, yes. Cussing is not disorderly
It's
conduct.
not. Will people get offended by it? It's not.
No, sir, not in there. It's freedom of speech. 100%. I just told you fucking 3 times. You can do that. Oh, you got it. Sorry. Yeah. I hate it when they don't know the law.
Why did you not police officer?
I was a cop.
Where at?
I
I graduated T plus certified in 1999, buddy. They don't pay enough. And people like your boss shit on the Constitution. You can't work for pieces of shit like that.
Why don't you do something about it?
I am. I'm getting
Why
fired.
don't you become a confirmation server?
Why would I do that? I don't make
If you're
shit
so
so
against it, I mean.
What I do is what I'm doing right now is getting rid of pieces of shit like him. And if you got to follow orders from pieces of shit like that mayor telling you to break a law, fuck them too.
No. If you want to speak, you come up here. No, if you want to speak, come up here. If not, you can leave also too.
I'm James Parks, 252 North Rife. Me and my family, we lived here many years. You guys talk about spending $16 million. You got to do it common sense. You have a nice fire department. But when you're talking about spending
close
that
that door?
type of money and turn it to another department, there's a problem. You guys got to do it common sense. This isn't. We got roads that need to be fixed. Our pay for our city employees is low. It needs to be brought up to attract good talent. You can't be the lowest paying city and expect to bring in top talent. You know, guys, think before you do this. That's all I'm asking. Take a moment. There's no rush. But if it's so bad, you can't be giving it to another department. If you said it was so bad, we got to tear it down and rebuild it, that's fine. I understand that. But when you're saying we're going to build something new because it's so bad and transfer to another department, guys, it's making you look bad. It's making everybody look bad. Just think about it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Well, for one, you guys been violating these amendments
No,
from the get-go.
State your name and your record.
From the
Your name and your
get-go.
address.
From the get-go. And I want to tell you one thing too. I've been noticing your city employees at people's houses after hours. I don't think they should be working on people's houses after hours. I'm gonna start recording all these people that are doing all these things. That way I can have all the evidence. That way you won't say, well, what do you have? I don't like to be like that, but this city council they're not working for us. You're not working for us. None of y'all working for us. Y'all don't. Y'all don't fix the streets. Y'all want people here. Y'all don't fix the infrastructure. What do you got to offer them? Nothing. And us here, we the ones that pick up the tab for all these houses y'all building around here. All the infrastructure y'all build over there. Instead of using it over here, y'all using it somewhere else, man. Y'all just crooked.
Matt Breeze, First 3 South Whitney. Mayor, Council, I want to provide a little context for Jason Followell. About a while back, our Chief of Police and Fire Department Chief with, our legal officer, they conspired against him and they executed a search warrant at his gym for safety violations. And they, upon threat of force and threatened to arrest him, forced their way. I would say forced because he didn't really have a chance to say, no, you can't come in, because they have a warrant and they can use force and arrest him if he refused. But they manufactured probable cause and unlawfully searched his gym. They said that there was some rubbish outside in the alleyway and used it for justification, which was illegal. And as it got to the first impartial judicial officer, they said yes, that was unlawful, and they suppressed any evidence they obtained in that search warrant. However, the city does have the right to appeal. This still is appealing it, but that can drive a person who would otherwise be reasonable to some unreasonable actions, and he would be rightfully pissed off because the city, police department, fire department did trample on his rights and has been proven in court by an impartial judicial officer. Another comment I would like to make is that our city manager is not local. Our chief of police is not local. Our fire chief is not local. And I would hope that we can find some people that want to live here, or maybe somebody that lives here already and fill some of these positions. But thank y'all for your time.
Anybody else? Come on up. Oh, have you spoke already?
Yes, I have.
If you did, you only get one chance. Next.
You don't want to hear it.
One chance to citizen comments. 3 minutes.
Kathleen Holland.
You got 3 minutes, ma'am. They'll be timing you.
I love this part here, how Ram keeps pushing everybody and bullying everybody for 3 minutes. But he allowed Chief Blanchard to talk for almost 17 minutes a couple of years ago in citizens' comments, and Chief Blanchard doesn't even live here. Fuck you, Ram.
Express your opinion.
You told me to address my name, address.
Yes,
I'm doing
please.
so, and you're interrupting me.
Yes, please.
Kathleen Holland, 1717 South Avenue A in Aransas Pass. I have a question about annexation. If a property, I'm in city limits on Avenue A. Avenue A is divided exactly down the center. Across the street is San Patricio County. My question is, if city is providing water, sewage, garbage to an unannexed property, shouldn't you look into annexing that since you're providing services there so they can be taxed also? Can I be put on the agenda for, I know you're either mute or no one's answering me. I'm new to this.
They can't comment during citizens' comments.
Okay, so how?
They can comment on what they want.
Here we go again. I'm not going to put up with that, man. You already got your chance. No, we're going to, no.
And this is my time.
No.
Get over it.
Yeah, you too.
And you just cut into my time, sir. How fair is that?
Anybody else?
Good thing I didn't vote for you.
Gotcha, bitch.
So this is a MOU that's going to be in partnership with the Texas A&M Forest Service. It's an all hazards incident management group. So basically we do emergency management all over the state of Texas and on a national scale. Reason for going out for this is the only way to get good at emergency management is unfortunately working incidents. And I don't want to leave the city to go work for another agency, so this is a way for me to still work for the city and go out and gain this experience to bring back to us, and God forbid that in case we have another hurricane or something. This is just going to give us valuable experience and assets to bring back to our city to better support our citizens in a time of need.
Okay.
And any expense incurred by the city, like paying for our hourly wages and fuel to get up there and back, will be reimbursed by the state of Texas and FEMA.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mayor and Council, I think it's important we also note any backfilling that's required on our part to fill shifts here, if either of them are gone, that is also going to be reimbursed by the state and FEMA.
Good, okay. Well, I make a motion that we approve.
He got a question.
I don't have a question. This is for Officer McCarthy. So he is one of the few officers we have here that are actually constitutional bound, highly intelligent, and motivated to do what's right for the people. So if we want to make him better and he wants to be better, I say we do it because he's going to be here a long time. Thanks, McCarthy.
I make a motion that we approve the motion of entering into a memorandum of understanding between the City of Aransas Pass and the Texas Emergency Management Teams to allow Jack McCarty and Troy Poe to participate in the TMAT activities for a 5-year period.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Now we're going to go to City Councilor staff announcements.
Mayor and Council, this Wednesday, December 6th, the third session of the Navigate 2044 will be held at the Civic Center.
Patches, RV park.
So if whoever is
Mike Muirhead, and I live at 157 Stone Street here in Aransas Pass. That is in the Mobile Village community, which is over 100 individual lots surrounding the Mobile Village RV park. We have issues with the roads. I live on the corner of Freeman and Stone, and that's a very horrible intersection. There's some very deep potholes every 6 months. I have to call the road department, and they are very proactive. They've come out and made patches. I called last week. They came out and made patches, and I'm requesting that you might look into maybe a more permanent repair for this, which eventually, of course, would save the city money. And I'm not only, I'm not here by myself, there are other members of Mobile Village here, you know, so we are very insistent that something be done rather than have to call every 6 months for new patches. I'm sure that if you take this to the director of the road department, I'm sure he would have some good suggestions on what can be done, and we would be willing to live with that. But I was told that we have to come to you and ask you to consider the funding. I was told almost a year ago that our streets were scheduled for a complete resurface in May of this past year. And when I called last week, I was told, no, you're not on the list at all. So I don't know where the mix-up was, if the person I talked to was thinking about the wrong roads, or I had misunderstood or what. But anyway, we would like to get this in your plans to come up with the money to resurface or make a more permanent repair. And appreciate your time.
It's something we could look into, couldn't we, Gary?
Yes, this is an issue that's been ongoing for a period of time. Mobile Village people are great people to work with, and that is something we're working with the Public Works Department on. And funding is always an issue, but that's something. In fact, I've been in contact with David. And I've gotten several emails on this also. But in contact with David last week, and he and I are continuing to talk and to try to find the funding. That's where we are at this point. But I cannot argue with the point being made.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Gary.
My name is Larry Bratton. I have numerous properties in Mobile Village. I have 6 of them to be exact, and have 163 and 169 Stone Street right down the street from this gentleman here. Now, this has been an ongoing problem since the hurricane, actually, and we came to the city council meeting probably in 2019 to address this issue when the streets were already tore up from the hurricane and from garbage trucks. And we were told at that time that we had repairs scheduled, but we were waiting on hurricane funding from the government. And just as soon as that went through, those streets were going to be repaired. And now it's almost 2024, and we have seen nothing other than cold mix in holes. And it's about time that we step up to the pump and fix our streets, because they are in dire need. They are really deteriorated badly. And one of the main reasons they're deteriorated badly is that we had dumpsters prior to 2018 in our neighborhood where the garbage trucks would pick them up. But what ended up happening was after 2018, when the hurricane hit, we were told that we could no longer have dumpsters, so we had to have individual trash cans, which meant the garbage trucks would go up and down the street every 2 days or 4 days, whatever the schedule is. And I think the garbage trucks have added to an already deteriorating street and have really torn them up badly. And so I would really appreciate it, and I know all my neighbors would appreciate it if y'all would consider putting that on the agenda and getting the funding for that immediately, because it's been a long time that we've been being told that those streets are going to be repaired, and nothing has happened to date other than a little bit of cold mix. Thank you.
Dolores Fuentes, Corpus Christi. I'm here on behalf of my father, Antonio Fuentes. I just wanted to be put on the docket for the next meeting for the case on his house. Somebody else building a house on his property at 257 Lot 1. The one you are supposed to be investigating.
Yeah. Is this the one?
257 Lot 1 he owns. Somebody else built a house on it. Remember, y'all are investigating?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I would like to know where that where y'all at on the investigation? Because I've been investigating it as well, so.
Yeah. Our attorney, Mr. Mayor and Council, has looked into this. And at this point, we believe it's a civil matter. That's the last conversation we had with our attorney.
No, okay. A house
Yes.
does not get built in Aransas Pass without any of y'all knowing about it. Y'all can't say that y'all don't have anything to do with it, because nothing gets built in Aransas Pass without y'all knowing. Nothing. And then, I mean, I just don't understand, and I just need somebody to understand.
Okay, now, we're not gonna be hearing other people speak while she's speaking up there, so we need to keep her comments to herself unless you come up to the pulpit.
I would just like to be on the docket for the next meeting for that. Okay? Thank you.
Anybody else?
My name's Randy Haskins. I live at 606 South Saunders in Aransas Pass. Ladies and gentlemen, I've lived in this community for about 12 years. I've seen a lot of changes, and I can't say they've all been good. I sit back and watch and listen and see the turmoil inside this city. I've been involved in politics all my career, and I didn't want to get involved in this, but there comes a time when, like the song says, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Well, I'm not standing for this anymore. Let's talk a minute about this $16 million fire department deal. I'm all for the police, the fire, and EMS getting a new building if they need it, and the money's there, and let's do it. But did you put this out for a vote to let us have a say on spending this $16 million? Do we have $16 million in the bank for this? If we do, then why isn't the money being used to repair these streets like these people are talking about? Those aren't the only streets. The streets all over this town are tore up. Let's use $16 million and hire a reputable company and somebody that knows how to do it to come in here and fix them. Or is that something y'all don't want to do? I heard a story going around that Miss Scruggs is saying when y'all went to a government meeting recently that Ted Cruz said he's going to give us $50 million and you're going to use it to repave our streets. Is that right? I see that shrug in your shoulder there, that it evidently isn't right, is it, Mr. Mayor? You can answer me. You talk to these other people, talk to me. Is it right? Is it right?
I wasn't at that meeting, sir.
Is the story true? Are we getting $50 million to fix the streets?
There's going to be a meeting this week on that issue.
Told me she said it's already done.
There's going to be a meeting this week with federal officials on that issue.
Okay, if we get $50 million to fix the streets, the people still need to be able to vote on this fire department, police department thing. The thing that gets me, you got an apple, I'm going to put it where you can understand it. You got an apple here and it's bad. This guy comes along and he wants this apple. No, you can't have that apple, it's bad. But another guy comes along, he takes that apple and you don't say anything. What's the difference between you giving the fire department a new building because there's supposed to be air or something in there messed up, but the police department can go over there and have that building that's got the air or something in there that's messed up? Why are you doing that to the police? Is it fair to the police or fair to the fire department? Think about it.
Mr. Mayor, I don't want to get in a conversation. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
It doesn't make sense. You're telling the fire department that they need to move out of this building because it's bad. You're going to build a new one because that fire department's bad. But you're going to move the police
Your 3 minutes are
department
up.
into that.
Sir.
Gary Edwards, you do know what that man means. It's pretty simple. What he's talking about is your dumbass fire marshal, Chief Kelly, went on there and said that there is diesel that causes carcinogenics inside the fire station. And if you're moving the fire department out and moving the police department in, well, it's an oxymoron, sir.
3 minutes are up. It's 3 minutes for you, citizen comments.
Excuse me. Can I go sit down and come back and do it again?
Yeah, you go, no, you only get one time.